Welcome back, my dear listeners. There are moments in life when your heart breaks so completely that you don't even feel the pain immediately. You simply stop. You stop thinking. You stop breathing. You stop believing that the world you knew was ever real. That was what happened to Amina. She sat inside her car, staring at the two people she loved most in the world, her sister, and the man she was supposed to marry. She waited. She prayed. She hoped that maybe there was some explanation. Maybe Sophia was crying because she was sick. Maybe Daniel was comforting her as a friend. Maybe her heart was lying to her. But then she saw Daniel lift Sophia's face with his hand. And she saw Sophia hold his hand back. That was enough. Amina's world shattered. Without realizing what she was doing, she opened the car door. She walked toward them. One step. Then another. Then another. Neither Daniel nor Sophia noticed her. They were too busy drowning in their own pain. Until Amina spoke. "So." The sound of her voice froze both of them. Slowly, Daniel turned around. The color disappeared from his face. Sophia's eyes widened with terror. For a moment, nobody spoke. The wind blew across the lake. The water moved quietly. And 3 lives stood on the edge of destruction. Amina laughed. Not because anything was funny, but because sometimes pain becomes too large for tears. "So, this is the friend you were meeting?" she asked Sophia. Sophia began shaking. "Amina, please." Amina turned to Daniel. "And this is your business meeting?" Daniel lowered his head. He couldn't answer. Because there was no answer. There was only truth. And truth can be cruel. Amina looked at her sister, her best friend, the person she trusted more than anyone. "When did it start?" she asked quietly. Sophia burst into tears. "It wasn't supposed to happen." Amina laughed again. "It wasn't supposed to happen?" Her voice became louder. "You fell in love with my fiancé, and your explanation is that it wasn't supposed to happen?" People nearby began turning to look, but Amina didn't care. For the first time in her life, she didn't care what anyone thought. She looked at Daniel. "And you?" He tried to speak. "Amina, I'm sorry. Sorry. One word. One useless word. After all the promises, after all the dreams, after all the love. Sorry." Amina's eyes filled with tears. "Did you ever love me?" she whispered. Daniel closed his eyes. That silence hurt more than any answer. Sophia stepped forward. "Amina, please listen to me." "Don't touch me," Amina screamed. Sophia stopped immediately. For the first time since they were children, Amina looked at her sister not with love, but with pain and betrayal. "You promised me," Amina said. Her voice was barely a whisper. "When we were children, you promised me that nobody would ever come between us." Sophia collapsed to her knees. "I know. You lied. I know. I trusted you. I know. I loved you." At those words, Sophia began crying so hard she could barely breathe, because that was the truth. Amina had loved her, more than anyone, more than herself, and she had betrayed her. Daniel stepped forward. "This is my fault." Amina turned toward him. "No." Her voice was cold. "This is both of your fault." Then she did something neither of them expected. She removed the engagement ring from her finger. The ring Daniel had placed there with tears in his eyes. The ring she had worn every day. The ring that represented her future. She looked at it for a long moment. Then she placed it in Daniel's hand. "It's over." Daniel felt his heart stop. "Amina, it's over." Sophia reached toward her. "Amina, please don't leave like this." Amina looked at her sister. And for a brief moment, Sophia saw something even worse than anger. She saw disappointment. "I lost my fiancé tonight," Amina said quietly. Then tears rolled down her face. "But what hurts the most is that I lost my sister too." Those words broke Sophia. She cried, she begged, she apologized. But it was too late. Some wounds cannot be undone. Amina turned around. She walked back toward her car. And this time, neither Daniel nor Sophia tried to stop her. Because they knew. The woman walking away was not the same Amina who had arrived. That night, a sister died, not in body, but in the hearts of the people who loved her.
And my dear listeners, if you think this is where the story ends, you are wrong. Because 3 months later, Amina would return. And when she returned, she would reveal a secret so shocking that it would change all of their lives forever. Let's go and see what next.